Hello, welcome to Around the House with Tom McKay, and today got this 6-pound chicken here. Well, it's a little over 6 pounds actually. It's about 6.5 pounds. And so we're going to try to cook it up a new different way here. And we're going to use this half stick of butter we'll put in the cavity. And we'll use this Lowry's chicken and poultry rub. And we'll use some of this Tony's lemon pepper. And we'll use some of this Tony's rosemary garlic. And so now I've cleaned this up and got everything out of the insides. Make sure you check and make sure it doesn't have giblets and stuff inside of it. If it does, you need to take them out, you know. And so I've done that, and I've got them dried up pretty good. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of this seasoning and stuff on this back here. I'm not going to do a whole lot to the back, you know, because it doesn't need a whole lot because there's no meat back here. It's mostly just bone, you know. So let me get started with this. Okay, now just a minute ago you saw me touch this chicken. You know, you touch the chicken, wash your hands. So anyway, now we're going to put some of this Lowry's chicken and poultry rub on here. Like I say, I'm not putting a whole lot on the back here because there's not much back there to try to eat anyway. So I'll put a little bit of that there, a little bit of Tony's lemon pepper here. I know we have a little bit of Tony's rosemary garlic. Right, now, we'll just rub that in just a little bit. And we'll turn him over. Let me get some more of that water off too. You think you got one of these things dry, you know, and then you start turning it over and stuff, and you say, well, it's still seeping out. Especially when it's been froze like this and has. Now, it's well thawed out, but it's still just a little on the damp side. That about got it off. Now we'll wash my hands again and be back. Okay, I'm going to take this half a stick of Land O'Lakes butter here. Now this happens to be unsalted. I really didn't care which way it was. It could be salted or unsalted, either one. Didn't matter to me. Anyway, this particular one is unsalted. And we'll put it right up in the cavity, like that. Add a little good flavor to it and wipe off my hands. Right, now we'll start putting some more chicken and poultry rub on here from Lowry's. Make sure you get some down in the cavity too, you know. Now we're going to use some more of this rosemary garlic. And last but not least, some of this Tony's lemon pepper here. Now, we'll see if we can get this all rubbed in good here. Get it down under the wings, get it over here on the legs and down in the little cavity there. Make sure it's all rubbed in real good. There we go, now we're getting somewhere here. These legs, these wings. Now, wash my hands again good this time. Okay, now next thing we'll do is tie this chicken up a little bit here, so it won't be just flopping around, you know. And everybody does this different, you know, so you say I'm doing it wrong, I probably am. But that's the way it goes. Now, wrapped up in here. Come over here and wrap around this one a couple of times. That's why you leave this extra over here so you can pull up to it. And it gives you something to tie onto here. Or you can pull it too. Just like that. Now, you know the wings are always really a problem because they're hard to tie. And if you have these laying out here like this, of course, the tips are going to burn anyway. Now, some people can just fold them back behind their shoulders like this. But I've never been able to do it to make them stay. And I'll try and try and try. That one might stay there. See, it's just like he's alive, you know, he just keeps jumping back. Oh well, I'll see if I can't get him to stay some way or another. So now, next thing I gotta do, okay, now I got this sheet pan here, and we'll spray a little bit of Palm in the bottom of it, just to help with clean up a little bit. I think the way this Ninja FOODi coating is, I don't think there's much use of anything stick or much way anything will stick to it or not anyway, but just to be on the safe side. And now this roasting rack here, we'll do the same thing too, just like that. And now you take and put your roasting rack here right down inside this sheet pan. And then you take this nice looking bird you got here and set right on top of it, just like that. Oh, that's going to be a nice looking bird right there, isn't it? And so now, okay, now I looked at the book a while ago. Believe it or not, I looked up some instructions here. And it says, preheat your oven. Now, it says to cook it for, on rack number 1 down here, I think that's 1. I think it goes up, yeah. This, on the lowest rack anyway. And it says for 375 for 45 to 50 minutes. So, we're going to turn on the power. And we'll go come over here to where it says whole roast, and so you have to come over here where it says function, hit your plus. There it is, whole roast. Now we don't want it to be at 450. We want the temperature to be down to 375. It says in the book. Okay, and then it says 45 minutes, so we'll take the time now and run it on up to 45 minutes. And now we'll hit the start button, and that says preheat. Now this thing is pretty amazing when it comes to preheating. I've never seen it take longer than 2 minutes, and most time it's quicker than that. But when you get, so you might as well have your stuff ready before you hit the preheat button, because it doesn't take long. You don't have time to come over here and do any prep after you hit it. So I'll be back in just a minute when it gets finished. Okay, and there it is, it finished preheating. Now it took less than 2 minutes. So we'll open the door. Now we'll going to slide this beautiful bird in there. Put it back like that. Now, don't that look good already? So we're going to shut the door and let it get started here. Now, of course, we're going to not trust that time on there. That's where it said 45 to 50 minutes. So we'll be back, checking back periodically, you know, to make sure it's not overcooking or anything like that. We'll check it with our thermometer. While I've got a chance, if y'all can, join our channel and give us a thumbs up. We sure appreciate it. And thank you very much to y'all you folks that watches our videos. And so I hope you enjoy them. I hope you watch more. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, and by the way, this is the Ninja FOODi XL Pro Air Oven. And it's, you know, that's the book and that's the recipes in here and your little guides and stuff like that. You know, so gives you something to go by. I love the recipes in these little books. I heard somebody call this thing a toaster oven the other day. I say, watch, you can call it anything you want to. You can call it a air fryer or air oven or a convection oven, but it's a long way from being a toaster oven, although it does toast bread really well. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, this thing still got about a little over 17 minutes to go. I sure do wish you could smell this thing. Let's see if I turn on the light, can you see in there any better? Yeah, lit it up a little bit. I want you to look at that chicken. That's a beautiful looking chicken right there, isn't it? I think we'll go ahead and check the temperature on it another about, I'll give it another 10 minutes anyway before I check it. So, we'll be back then. Okay, that's almost down to 8 minutes. Let's, for the heck of it, just see what the temperature is on it here real quick. Oh, that's a pretty chicken right there now. Let's check this breast up here. Now it's got a ways to go. Alright, we'll shut the door and let her go. So, we'll be back when it's 8 minutes and a half up and try it again. Okay, I want to try to check the temperature on this thing one more time, see if it's getting up there a little bit more. I swear, that's such a pretty bird. It's getting really close. Yeah, it's getting really close, but I think I'm going to put about 5 more minutes on it though. So, let me shut the door back. Now, put 5 more minutes on it, that'll make it 9 more minutes, or 9 minutes left. So I'm going to come over here and put the time, and just run it on up to, we'll just make it 10 more minutes, or 10 minutes. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, now just come to an end here. That is such a pretty chicken. Let's see if I can get something to handle this thing just a little bit with without hurting myself. Oh yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? That's all up there around 170 degrees. Let's go carry on up just a little bit, so you can't ask much better than that. Okay, that thing's still sizzling. Listen to hear how crispy that crust is. Now let's see if I can get this tongs up in there enough to get a hold of it. I don't think I can like that. Let me try something else. I'll take this pair and see if I can hold it here and see if I can stick this up there. There you go. Now I'll just pick him up. Set him right there on the plate. Oh, that's a nice looking chicken. Okay, now I've let this thing set for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, so let's cut into it, just see what it's like here. Don't hardly have to cut into it, you just pull it apart with a knife just about. I don't know if you can see down in there that good or not. Let me turn it a little bit. Look down there. See how juicy that chicken is? Let's try a piece of this breast right here and see what it looks like. Try to cut it thin. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let me try a little piece of it here. And hold it still. There we go. Now, let that cool just a minute, we'll give it a try. Okay, now it's cooled off enough where I can barely pick it up. I'm gonna try that. It looks so good, doesn't it? It is good too. Alright, now that's about it for this little video. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed making it for you. By the way, now after I put this in the oven over here, I cleaned off this counter, you know. Make sure you sanitize your counter after you've been handling poultry on it, you know, because, you know, that stuff is real easy to cross-contaminate and stuff like that. So, really pay attention to it. So, till next time, y'all have a real good and safe day. And I hope you try this chicken sometime. And go out and get you one of these new ovens from Ninja FOODi. So you'll really like it. It's a long ways from a toaster oven, but you'll really like it. So until next time, y'all have a real good and safe day now. Come back and see us real soon. Goodbye now.